Nicole, two eyes to see God's no titled servant. Why are you waiting? Tomorrow is not promised. Be guilty of saying, well, I'm going to do that tomorrow, or I'm going to do that when I have a better situation. Never postpone things in life because you're waiting for improvement or you're waiting for a better situation or a better setup or a better opportunity. Let's look at something as simple as a patio. Okay? A patio. Let's just look at a patio. So, let's say you live in a house and you don't have a patio, or let's say you live in an apartment and you don't have a patio. So, you're saying, I'm not going to give special events and invite family and friends over to have a good time because I really don't have the space for that. Okay, so many of us know that we've been to different events and gatherings, and some people have just a perfect setup, and some people just kind of, make things work. So here's the deal: if you do not have the perfect setup, you can't wait until you do have it. Here's why: life happens. So let's say, for instance, the family and the friends that you want to spend time with and hang out on the patio and have a barbecue and have a ball, and just enjoy each other's company. If you're waiting until the 2 years or the 9 months until you have the best setup, what happens if somebody dies? What happens if somebody gets sick? What happens if you get sick and you don't have the health that you once had to even host the event? So here's what you should do: make the best of the situation. You may not have the patio, but you can go down to Walmart, Harbor Freight, wherever, okay, and get the canopy. Okay, and perhaps get the little stones and make the platform that you need because you don't have the cement. And that's just me kind of throwing something out there. Some of you are really creative, and some of you can come right here to YouTube and search what to do. What am I saying now? Remember, I just simply used, okay, the patio as an example. There are other things. What is it? Ask yourself, what is it that you want to do, even if it's something just for you and not other people involved? What is it that you want to do and you're waiting on the perfect opportunity? Things have to be a certain way before you can do it. For some of you, it may be that you want to go on a cruise, or you want to go out the country, and you're saying, you know what, I'm not going because I don't have the money and I'm gonna just wait. Here's the deal: you may not have the money to go where you want to go, but you have money to take a trip, right? So I'm saying to you, do not wake every day procrastinating, waiting on the perfect opportunity, because things are going to happen while you're waiting. And then what happens? Let's go back to the patio. So what happens when you have the perfect patio, you have the perfect setup, and you feel like, oh, everything is just perfect, and you have 4 or 5 family members who can't even make the event because they're no longer with you, or they may not have their right mind. So these are things to be considered. I promise you, this may seem like a simple message, but I promise you, it is a message that many of us are doing unbeknownst to us, and we're unaware and not even thinking about. Life will happen, and what are we going to do? Because here's the deal: if you have to wait for the perfect setup before you can invite friends and family over, then they're not where they should be in life anyway, because the whole purpose is the fellowship of it all, the love that we're showing and the care that we're showing, and just spending time together. It should never be about what you have and don't have. My mother once said, well, I shouldn't say once said, she would always say, and it stayed with me: it doesn't matter if you're clothes are name brand. They should be clean. It doesn't matter if your car is chipping in paint or is outdated, it should be clean. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect home, okay, it should be clean. As long as it's clean, okay, that's all that should matter. Nothing else should matter. I pray that this message of this video has helped you to put things in perspective and start to enjoy life with your friends and your family based on this information that I've provided. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my